One very significant plant pathogen that is very difficult to control, by the way, are viruses and viroids. So for this lecture, we will be talking about this specific plant pathogen. Ano yung structure ng viruses and viroids? What are its symptoms, both local and systemic symptoms? We will be talking also about the relationship of viruses and vectors, and later on some diseases for both plant viruses and viroids. So simulan natin by defining what viruses are. So before tayo dumako sa viroid, simulan muna natin yung topic natin on viruses. So what are viruses? Ang mga virus are ultra microscopic. So they are one of the pinakamaliit. Okay, ang pinakamaliit na pathogen is the viroid, but one of the smallest plant pathogen would be your viruses. They are ultra microscopic. They are smaller than your bacteria, and it's very difficult to detect them because you need some specialized microscope in order to see their structure. Ang mga viruses, though, cannot live alone. So, ibig sabihin, when they are not infecting a particular host, in our case, a plant host, they're not actually living matters. Only when they infect a specific organism, a specific plant, let's say, na doon sila nabubuhay. So they cannot survive or reproduce independently. Kailangan nila ng living host in order to live and in order to multiply. Kahit na maliit ang ating virus though, mayroon pa rin siyang basic structure. And for plant viruses, we have the nucleic acid core, which contains the genetic material, and the capsid, na tinatawag. Yung nucleic acid core, as I've said, contains the genetic material of the virus. So that would be RNA, or for some, it could be DNA. Typically, ang nucleotide bases ng viruses could range from around 4,000 to 20,000. So what do I mean by nucleotides or bases? 'Di ba napag-usapan natin na ang what do you call this? Yung DNA natin parang may pairing like yung A, T, G, and C. So yung pairing na yon for viruses basically makaka-create ka ng around 4,000 to 20,000 pairs of that. Okay? Not necessarily pairs, but yung letter na yon is the number of nucleotides na sinasabi ko dito. Now, in order to protect the genetic material of the virus, which is the RNA and the DNA, mayroon siyang capsid. Or we also call the capsid as the protein coat. Ano yung function ng ating capsid? Unang-una, yun nga, pang-protekta doon sa genetic material ng virus. Pangalawa, it also allows the virus to move, yung capsid. So parang yan yung pinaka-skeleton and muscle niya that allows it to move. Just like humans can move because we have the skeletal and muscular system, viruses has capsid in order for them to move. And because of this capsid as well, they are able now to stick to specific vectors, kaya they can spread through insects, nematodes, and other fungi. So yun yung pag-uusapan natin later on, yung relationship ng virus sa kanyang vectors. And how do viruses spread? Viruses can spread through mechanical means. Ibig sabihin, kapag si farmer, for example, yung kanyang sickle ay ginamit niya on a specific area that is infected by virus, pwedeng dumikit yung virus dyan and mailipat ngayon doon sa kanyang farm. It can also be spread out through grafting. Meaning, kapag may infected Zion ka and that is grafted into a healthy rootstock, the virus can also spread that way. Vectors is also one. What do you mean by vectors? Yan yung mga carriers ng virus. They're not necessarily, for some, they will harm the plant itself, but they are not necessarily harming the plant. They're not necessarily harming the plant based on how the virus can harm the plant, but they carry this virus, kaya nagkakaroon ng viral infection. For some viruses, they can use fungi as vectors, so they can spread through soil-borne fungi. And one characteristic of fungi is that it has this extensive hyphae system na kumakalat sila kumbaga. So kapag may virus dun sa fungi na yun, kakalat talaga yung pathogen. And it can spread out through unclean planting materials. So for example, mga cuttings, mga bulbs, mga tubers na na-infect na dati, tapos itinanim mo doon sa farm mo, maaaring kumalat yung viruses. Not just asexual planting materials, it can also persist in sexual planting materials like your seeds. So kapag nagtanim ka ng seed that is infected by a virus, kapag yan ay lumaki, makikita mo yung symptom ng virus na yun and maaari siyang kumalat rin sa iyong farm. As we have said earlier, virus can spread through vectors, right? So kung titignan natin sa mga susunod na slide, ano ba yung relationship ano ba yung relationship ng virus sa mga vectors, specifically insect vectors? So there are three types of relationship. Number one, we have what we call as a non-persistent relationship or non-persistent virus. Magti-take ka ba ng licensure exam for agriculturists this year? If yes, I believe my course is for you. Enroll now at Learning Agri with Al modular course by clicking the link below. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Mag-enroll ka na. Samahan kita mag-review. Bye!